Hello, beautiful lady. Yes, I am talking to you. It is Thursday, and you know what goes down here on Thursday. Wife Life with Dr. Gail goes down here on Thursday. So do me a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you'll know when I go live.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up?
And so tonight I want to talk to you about 7 reasons why sex becomes less important to us women. Now, I know that I have a huge following of men on my channel, so I want to talk to you guys tonight. But again, these just don't apply to us, but I am talking to men about women and about their wives. Again, sex is good for us. And, I have done many teachings about the benefits of sex, but I also get inundated all the time about sexless marriages, what happens when a man doesn't get sex from his wife, all of these different kind of topics that I have covered on here. But I just want to give you guys an overview on, especially you men who watch my channel, why sometimes we as women make sex not such a priority when it comes to our marriage. And I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just going to give you an overview of what is happening most of the time with us. Number one, it could be just the relationship marriage dynamics. And a lot of times we don't do enough checking in with our spouses. So we begin to take each other for granted. We don't check in and see how the sex is going. We don't check how we're feeling about the intimacy that's going on. We don't check in to see how your spouse is just doing as a person. Because as we age and we grow, we have different experiences. Our needs, our wants, and our desires change. So it could just be the relationship dynamic, and you guys are just not in sync when it comes to that. Number 2, it could be life experiences, right? Life circumstances that are happening to us all the time, such as stress at work. It could be that now that you have aging parents that you got to figure out what's going on with that. It could be health issues that you're not discussing with your spouse or she's not discussing with you. It could be vice versa. You're not discussing them with her, so she's not being sexually satisfied, and vice versa. All of these things are happening to us on a daily basis, and we begin to take each other so much for granted. So just life circumstances. And for us women, we want to fix it. We want to have a game plan. And if we're saying, listen, my mom is getting older, I need to figure out what's going on with her. Should we bring her to live with us? Should we find a nurse? All of those things, and you're not listening and you're not responding and you're not acting like that's a priority, then sex becomes even more on the back burner because she has those things on her brain. Number 3, it could be hormone changes. A lot of times us women now only go to the GYN every 2 years if there's nothing going on with us. And in 2 years, our bodies could go whack. And I mean that because our bodies is constantly changing every single day. Every day that we get up, we're exposed to different things, the kind of diets we have. All of those things can put us in premenopause, or we could be missing some type of hormone that also lowers our libido. And so if you have a hormonal imbalance, it can make us not want to engage in sex because our libido is just not there. So if you add relationship dynamics, if you add life circumstances when it comes to kids, children, whatever we have going on in our head, and then we have this hormonal imbalance, our sex life is getting lower and lower and lower on our list. And then emotional connection, right? For us women, great sex is 90% emotional. It's 90% in our heads and only 10% physical. For you men, it is 90% physical and only 10% mental. And so we really need to get on that emotional side, and we need to connect. That's why intimacy is so important, not sex. The stuff that you do outside of the bedroom is what counts for us. I'm telling you it does, okay? And then number 5, just plain old aging. And that happens on your side if you're a man watching this, and that definitely happens on a woman's side. Aging can literally change how you view, how you think about, how you approach sex. And aging for us, it can be detrimental. And when I say detrimental, because we're inundated all the time about what's beautiful, what we can do to stay young looking, what we need to do for our bodies, all of these kind of things can really play a toll on who we are and how we show up in the bedroom. And then number 7, and I touched on this just a little bit, body image and self-confidence. If we're not snatched as tight as we used to be, if our breasts are sagging, if we're not feeling beautiful and you're not enhancing that by telling us that, let me just tell you, we're inundated every single day by thousands and thousands and thousands of things that tell us we need to use this age cream, we need to be this size, we need to wear our hair this way, this color, nail color is the best color. All of these things can play on our self-esteem and play on our body image. And so I would ask you men who watch this channel, if your wife is beautiful and if you think that she's beautiful from the inside out, at least tell her that, because she needs that. And my prayer is that this teaching has opened your eyes to 7 reasons why sometimes sex is just not important to us women. I'm not saying that we shouldn't do it. I'm not saying that it's not good for our health. I'm not saying that it's not good for our marriage, but I just wanted to give you some kind of insight for you to think about and try to help her through this process, okay? I love you guys to pieces. I am here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week.